Oh wow. You can really tell I haven't booted this up. Okay. Uh I guess let's start with you. Maybe I should have done this part off stream. Oh well. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. Oh, you can't even preview in this? I forgot about that. Uh, eh, not bad, not my taste. Kinda works on the male model, but... Or character model, I should say. I don't hate it. Let's do... Yeah, let's do this. And yeah, let's keep the platinum blonde just to make it easy to distinguish which game I'm in. You know what? I'm actually just gonna keep it like this, yeah. I want to customize a little bit, but honestly, I think it will be better if I keep the two looking very distinct so you guys can more easily identify what game I'm in. And not just from the various weird changes like Yuva Academy versus Naranja. Naranjo? I don't know. Can I skip through this part at all? The fact I forgot to get sound enabled really makes this a little weird. Look, I've played this once before and I got fed up with the cutscenes once. I do like the different generations here, though. Pikachu and Magnemite does. I don't know, it would have been nice if there was another gen represented. But I guess Pikachu being the mascot of the franchise is always going to get that little extra bit of love, even if it shouldn't. Because it's overplayed. The flamingos. Hold on. A friend of mine told me that this should have sound. So I'm just trying to... Sorry about that. 1 second, I'm getting help from my friend. Use custom audio device. Um... Ugh. I'm really sorry about this. I'm just trying to fix the audio issue. Alright. There, that should be what the issue was. This is how my friend has it set up, at least. I'm really sorry. I didn't know it was that sensitive. Jeez. I need a new mic. Oh. Alright. There we go. Alright. The Krogunk ball is really distressing, in my opinion. Alright, time for the, 2 hours of dialogue. Honestly, I am going to spam through this. Hello. Yes, thank you for your help. I did also accidentally set it to microphone at first, and Jesus Christ, my mic picks up every noise. Yeah. I'm doing the setup for Violet, right? I wanted to do this week because I have a relatively free day Saturday besides the Minecraft Live. So I'm going to see if I can get myself in Weeping the Koraidon and Miraidon events. Yeah, yeah. I I thought I mentioned that, my bad. I forgot to see what the instruction in that was. I think it's go get my hat and backpack. I know that's one of the requirements. I just okay, yeah, sparkly. Wasn't sparkly before. Oh, do you know of any free items in the house? Alright. I know a couple have. It's not a common thing Game Freak does. Alright. They want me to talk to them again because, Lord forbid, this game doesn't have, an hour and a half, 2 hours of dialogue to begin with, right? Yes, yes, get into position. Take 12 minutes to do so. I'm not reading this text again. Honestly, this opening was so long, I don't think I've read any of the text since. Except for the Titan stuff with, what's his name? Long-haired himbo. Arvin. Long-haired himbo. Alright, so you said you had a Fuecoco already, right? My point is I can get one off of you at some point by breeding it. By us breeding stuff for each other. So, with Sprigatito being in my Scarlet save, and still in my opinion the best option, Fuecoco being in your Scarlet save, and in my opinion being the worst option. Look, you know I get picky about designs. It's why I'm assuming you're excluding me from the video idea you had that you invited Med, Glitcher, and Raven to. Yeah. Hi, Med. Uh, um, my note is more like, I don't get why else you would exclude the person who's literally started a shiny living dex from ranking the shinies, right? As long as it's the weekend, that's fine. I see the issue now. Wait, you're also gonna struggle to get Glitcher with that too, just because of homework now. I still need to see if I can convince Med to let me buy her the Wi-Fi version of this so I can play with her too. I have casually offered you hundreds of dollars in the last month for, like, minimal help. I don't think $20 is gonna break my bank. Also, don't underestimate how much I want company in what I have already deemed a nightmare, and this is my second session of doing it, right? Oh, I don't pick you here? Come on, I need to absorb the water duck into my form. You think I remember that? How do I run? I think I had the same interaction with Glitcher when I did the Scarlet, by the way. And and then they no 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 no. I'm bumming a Freight Coco off of Neo, probably offering him, like, what do you need, frankly? Yeah, starter wise. Alright, I'll get you a Sprigatito. You get me a Freight Coco. And then I'm just gonna breed until I have a male one of each or a female one of each, depending how the dice roll, right? And then just put them with the sex slave. Yeah, no, Sprigatito's my favorite. Fuecoco's actually my least favorite just because the final design doesn't feel cohesive. It's so cool. I don't even think it needs to be adorable because most of the final forms aren't adorable. But it just doesn't feel cohesive as a design to me, right? I will say, I think from a typing perspective, I do think not Fuecoco, sorry, Quaxley is the worst. Because is it just mono water? Then what does it become? Is that good? I can't imagine that's very good. Is it? I mean, but it usually takes away, right? Some too. Like, if it could lose the electric weakness, which I don't see why it would, that's not bad. Yeah. I've never said Swampus a bad starter. It's actually my go-to in the Hoenns. Yeah. So what I'm seeing on Quackleval's Cerebi page is you'll have um, zero point 0.5 damage from fire, water, ice, bug, dark, and steel actually aren't terrible ones. Oh, and rock. I missed rock. But you'll also take double from grass, electric, flying, psychic, and fairy. It's not as bad as I expected, but that is still kind of a rough list of weaknesses, in my opinion. No, but it's also a matter of what are the more common types, right? Grass, electric, water, fire have all proven relatively common, right? Yeah, fair. But it's also even to, like, how diverse are the move pools for a lot of Pokemon. Almost every Pokemon, unless it's like massively fucking heavy with no wings, will learn a flying type move. Almost everything will learn a dark type move or a ghost move, one of the two. Yeah, I'm seeing wing attack. Would you like to go with the water type? Yes. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to this. Air slash. Honestly, I'm a little surprised at the lack of diversity in Quaquaval's move pool. It's 4 types without egg moves and TMs. I feel that you usually see 5 or 6. Fair. Where's the TM list? Oh, right here. Takedown, agility, protect, water polo. It's not the worst one I think I've seen. Aerial Ace. Actually, Aerial Ace is like a. I'm not trying to say Aerial Ace is the end all be all. It's just one I like because doesn't it get priority? Oh no, it's a never miss. It's a never miss, right? I definitely wasn't thinking that. I confused another type move. Alright. Brick big, but you get close combat too. So, Suck's always a good old reliable, plus it would have stab. Yeah. What's Aqua Step actually? I didn't see that. No, but I don't even see that in Quaquaval's moveset. Is that lower in the line? Oh. So I will say, I am on Cerebi. I don't see that, but I believe you. I just don't see it, right? Speed. That's not terrible. I think Quaquaval's only downside from what I saw, now obviously I'm not going into stats, but I don't want to deal with that nightmare and the headache, right? Is just the lack of move diversity. Now, if you're willing to breed for it, it looks like it got psychic and fairy type moves at least. So that's not terrible. Okay. Oh, absolutely. I'm aware that competitively, knockoff is great. Knockoff is one of those moves where the casual player such as myself is probably not using it, but it just becomes like a must-have in most comps. Uh, I would actually go so far as to say I think it would almost be a net negative, just because of the opportunity lost too. Even Biden. Does Crunch flinch? Right, thank you. God, I feel bad for anyone in my chat. I don't think anyone is, but I still feel bad for them. Yeah. It's my shine. Don't. There's no one there. No, I have the stream analytics page up that shows me how many viewers I have. Months. Do it, Med. Do it. Be the bitch you want to see in the world. Just look at U.S. Congress. Or government. Well, you see, it bred to make sure that its offspring's endurance went up. The rapid spin is secretly training. I mean, I guess if it's a Fortress or a Ferrothorn. Honestly, knowing Pokemon 2, one of those two is in the same egg group. For Quacklevols? I'm honestly surprised. I'm also surprised Squirtle's in the same group as what seems to be migratory creatures. Okay. Right, die. To be fair, what a lot of them normally did to benefit you, though, is you didn't get a type move at the beginning. So if I was fussing a Sprigatito right now, it probably wouldn't have known any grass moves. Just like tackle and something of was it Leah or Growl normally? I don't know if any of the starters learned Quick Attack below us at level 5 or lower. God, shut up, everyone here. Shut up. Yeah, I can see that. Now, I'm guessing Sprigatito's is Flower Trick? Yeah, I mean the special move for the line. Because that was what I remember getting on Sprigatito, and I was like, is that a new move? Yeah. No, believe me, once I could just get a few XP candies from Neo and Weeping, absolutely destroying my Scarlet save. Because they were doing level 5 and 6 Terror raids with me trying to get Herba Mystica for shiny hunting. Um, I became a menace quickly. And then stab on top of that. Can I be a bitch? Can I just request types? To be fair, that is still one more than Quaquavels. What? Yeah. Well, You see, it pulled a magic trick and suddenly it's an electric type. It hit a joy buzzer. Who's Davy Crocker? Okay. Yeah, so what's Skeletor is special? I I I don't think that thing needs anything for his throat. It's gaining enough moisture. Um, Two, I do think that's probably the best sounding one, depending on how long a battle goes, right? Uh, I think for yeah. So I was gonna say, I think that in like a competitive format, it sounds like something like Skeledudge or Quaquaval would do better, right? But with how I play, where I just want to run through the game as fast as I can, because I just like to like I like to hit button, see people die, right? Um, I think Meowscarada is probably the better one, right? Oh, I'm not trying to say Meowscarada is not, but just like you need that kind of longevity, right? Oh, right. Now, once I get to Mesagosa, I just need Neo on here. Uh, no, the joke is to destroy my Violet save too with a couple Terra raids, and then not actually, not actually. I'm joking, dude. It's also a joke. Free me from the bad bacon. I don't like bacon. I don't hate it. I just don't like food that's super fatty. It's like the one texture issue I have. Well, I'm also openly gay. I'm just baffled at the logic behind what you said. Not. Okay, but also just like, what possessed you to think this was okay to say at all? Con- con- Connect them. Med, there's a fucking chasm larger than the one you find Kiram in. I burn it. Oh, and I already sold Appa. Gonna be a greedy bitch, greedy bitch, greedy bitch. Gonna be a greedy bitch, greedy bitch. Hello, useless Gen 2 Pokemon! Okay, thank you, emergency alert system. I will not be engaging in that because I will not be of any help. Well, so it's telling me to go find something, or well, I'm gonna say a crime to help the police, right? That requires me going outside. I currently am less than fully dressed. Alright, time to get the better ride Pokemon in this game. Or in this gen, I should say. Do you guys think Koraidon or Miraidon is better? Miraidon. So it's unanimous. Ew, Scatterbug. Oh, so you want to know something kind of funny, Med? So you know how you were helping me with the DLC for this game? Like the locations for the Shiny Living Dex? Apparently, for some odd reason, the Chargestone Cave encounters got rolled up into the polar and, canyon biomes in the terrarium. So they're already accounted for. I do kind of like the cop-out of the Rotom can, like, hover you. Alright, come here, you futuristic monstrosity that I should not be engaging with, but I will engage with because I am a child and the story tells me to do so. I wouldn't be surprised if one day, like, some monster actually happened to, like, appear on the Earth, and everyone's gonna look at Japan, just being like, hey, can you solve this? Well, much like humanity did to wolves, I gave you a little bit of food and you will now be my property. I just realized Bro's sides are jets. Those are literal jet engines in its size. Med, that means it literally has thunder thighs. Alright. Don't make me hungry right now. I already had dinner. Alright. Time to follow the dangerous monster into a cave. Oh god, they took away my running! You monsters! This game is slow enough! Thank you. Ah! I can't wait for Legends EA, where it's like, due to the overwhelming hatred for the amount of cutscenes, you will have the option just to skip 80% of the dialogue, but it will be presented as you can skip all cutscenes, and people will question why those other 20% don't count as dialogue. I also don't know how I feel about ZA doing a real time combat system. Yeah, I wanna give them the opportunity to evolve, right? Like that's why I never complained about them going 3D, right? Like back in like what was it, Black and White? I think that first introduced the idea, but with like limited areas. But I still just like I don't know. It I did see one short though that says like, "Hey, this will finally make Protect useful to casuals like me." But even still, Illy Yungoos. You may be the only Pokemon I actively think was a net negative for the franchise. Yeah. Trump. And Trump is also just a net negative onto this planet. Oh, there's a wall there? Oh, because I apparently. Oh, because I was close enough to where the cutscene triggered. You said Zubat, right? Alright. Well, luckily in this save, I picked the type Strong to Houndour. Now, where's that item I was trying to get? Oh, there it is. Alright. I am surprised none of those rocks hit me. I know, but still. It'd be I will say, it would be refreshing to see a Pokemon game that indulges in child murder. And, go right ahead. And also, I mean, besides just the Dex entries that say, like, Drifloon kidnaps people and hates fat children because they're harder to kidnap, or fucking Drampod being an arsonist to bullies. I do love the look Miraidon gives the camera of like, are you kidding me? Like, bitch, I set out today. My mom, some old dude, and a girl I barely know talked to me for about 4 hours. I'm kinda fried. And gave you my other one. Is he a fire type? I thought he was fighting electric. Or dragon electric, sorry. Oh. Am I the only one who thinks it's a little weird that, like, he kind of avoids staying on the ground in cutscenes? Like, what happens to his legs? Sorry about that. Not that I can think of, just because the main benefit of you pre-cooked is like you shouldn't be able to get sick off of it, right? Because they already cooked out the germs, right? I think I don't know if I'm being fair, right? For you, what? Sushi? Well, I guess there are cooked rolls, yeah. Um, uh, so I will say I'm not a sushi fan. I also am going to say I'm sorry, Neo. If this isn't interesting, I just know you haven't spoken in a while. Um, I'm not a sushi fan. I've never been. The only sushi I ever really enjoyed that wasn't like gonna destroy a bank account. Um, well, let's be real. High end fish is different than regular fish, right? Um, was actually I think it was Costco's pre-made California rolls. Uh, when I got it, it was like 15 rolls for like $10, and it made a really filling meal. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it was high quality or anything like that, but it was decently priced, and I enjoyed it enough. Yeah, it's like tier one. In the what? I know the oranges. I'm pretty sure every time you call a restaurant in the U.S., I will say the U.S. just because Neo. It sounds like Neo has had one, and I don't know if he's been to Canada, right? Um, like I feel every time it's a restaurant in the U.S., you have to put an asterisk next to calling it whatever type of cuisine, unless it's American or Tex-Mex, right? It's Chinese asterisk food asterisk buffet. Yeah. Oh, I forgot how aggressive the long-haired himbo can be. Hi, Squavit. Squovit? I don't know. You're honestly one of my least favorite rodents in this game. Um, I will say what you did just trigger in my brain was Miss Scrovit if you're nasty. Stop shaking your ass, Miss Skwovet. It is a guy. I will say too. It's a male Skwovet. I don't know. No, I know. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and eat with me. This squirrel is my destiny. She said, ooh, shut up and eat with me. God, what is this VC becoming? You realize you could have tried to steer us back to like a semi-normal topic if you said something. You've managed before, actually. Not often, but you have. But at least the fucking shut up and dance with me parody for Skwovet probably would not exist in the world now, right? Man's wasting time throwing shit out of her inventory. I I will say you have to do inventory management. The entire community begging Mojang for more inventory help. I will say the bundle was definitely a huge first step. I am kind of hoping though, and I know this is kind of the problem of like if they give us an inch, we'll want a mile territory. But like I am hoping that they'll maybe do like a mid tier one with 7 slots at some point. But I'm not gonna push for that. I'm not gonna push for it. Skwovet real good. Skwovet. Cause this is very, very nice. Oh my god, that was fucked. Free shit. Nope, give me the free shit. Oh, it's a Pecha berry. Ew. Oh wait, I heard the is it under? I just realized, can you get a Gimme Ghoul shiny? As long as it's possible, right? I'm gonna have to suffer. I get that. But I need to know possibility. Oh, Med left VC. No, I know. I just did. I figured she would mute. I don't keep in mind I have OBS open, so streamer mode, so I don't hear leave and join. I hate how they kind of like yassified Nurse Joy and the Pokemon owners. Thanks for the money, I guess? Can I be free of your cutscenes for the moment? No, you know, let's buy a few Pokeballs. With what are the LP used for again? No, but like, is it used for anything valuable exclusively? I don't care about that enough. I have just received 22 Pokeballs. Oh wait, okay, I head to Mesagosa now, even though she's still just standing there. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's a Pelipper. Oh, that's what I have to my left. Okay, a button heal. You know what I will say I kinda like this game does compared to a lot of older Pokemon games? Well, yeah, that. Oh, I could use a Fletchling. Specifically what I wanted to point out as something I like is that the type pool early on is so much larger now, right? Because before it would be like a few normal Pokemon and maybe one or two other types to and some bug, right? So opening that diversity up was really nice in my opinion. I don't like to nickname my Pokemon. Though I should probably nickname the shiny, shouldn't I? Sorry about that. Okay. I've taken down one of the large blocks of cutscenes I needed to worry about. Hi, Med. Oh, so before I forget, I don't want to do auto healing. Yeah, let's save my adventure thus far. Please tell me I don't need to buy another Wi-Fi thing for this game. That's what I thought. I just... Oh. No. Wrong thing. Mystery gift. There we are. Hi, Glitcher. Okay. Alright. I like it. It's solid. I love the downhill slide. Because it wasn't just a slide, it was a fucking avalanche. Can I give... Oh. Can I give what I think won't be a controversial opinion, but who the fuck knows anymore? I think the only... I genuinely don't think I give a shit about Wo Chien or Ting Lu shinies. I like the other two. Honestly, I don't see any difference but red highlights in its hair. Let's get, I think, the Earthquake Mon. I guess this isn't so bad to look at, but compared to what I think its regular design is, like, I think it just gained, like, the Houndour taint on its mouth, and that was it. Taints specifically the area between the genitals and the ass. But if you look at Houndour's backside, and I only know this because one of the PokeTubers I like to watch now seems to use Houndour a lot. So because they're facing away from you, you kind of get that image. Glitcher, this VC hasn't been normal. And here's the best of the four. They cooked. They cooked. Which anime? I just realized that I only... these are just in the mystery gift section. If you go to Poke Portal, and the bottom is mystery gift. Do you have to buy the internet pass just to access that? Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, so Glitchy, you want to know the conversation you were missing before? I hit the wrong move. We started making parody songs for Scrovit. He didn't stop us. We we all we also talked about the competitive viability of the starters in this game. So just going off of their special moves, I came to a conclusion that Quackavole and Skeledudge would be better just because of the long term strengths of constant stat raises. Yeah. I mean, on most of this. I mean, there are reasons why. I also will say, maybe ask if I'm okay with you promoting shit. Yeah. I'm not going. I'm working on the Shiny Living Dex technically. All three of them are underage, and one of them is a baby. That is now on my stream, and I'm not deleting the VOD just for that. No glitcher. Because I never actually put the effort that server should have had into it. I started it on whim, said I would get back to it, never did. Okay. Another 20 minutes of cutscenes just to get to the point where I'm going to have another 30 minutes of cutscenes. Well, we don't see that because you're not streaming anywhere. Speedrun. Can it set? Can't leaves set on fire? No, but I mean like by being nearby, because I know wood can. I don't know if leaves. You're gonna lose that meat, I think. Oh, no. Which you don't have. So, time, time to get back to the cutscenes. Yay! I I was joking earlier how you'll see in like Legends EA or the game after that where like people got so fed up with the amount of cutscenes in Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet that they're going to add something to just skip all dialogue cutscenes, but it will only skip about like 80% of all dialogue cutscenes, and the other 20% people will just be raging on the internet. Why is this not considered a dialogue cutscene? Or at least the starting like hour. Or at least like the starting hour. Just let me pick a starter, do the first fight, and move on with my day, right? Leave us alone. I will say, this first cutscene, knowing the twist of what Penny is kind of wild to me. I did just have one realization that will help save a little bit of time in this challenge. For things like the starters in the terrarium or the Alolan Diglets, or the hidden Diglets, I should say, in Isle of Armor and Sword and Shield, I think I only need to do either of those once. Cutscenes! I'd rather watch a Pokemon use cut over this. Alright, let's go. God, I'm tired. You know, if you couldn't tell by how much I'm yawning. Oh, when did I get healed? I'm guessing Nemona. Or as me and Glitcher took to calling her in Scarlet and Violet before I decided to stream it, Pneumonia. Wing attack. My Pokemon burns so bright. It's a water type. Burn, berry, burn. Yes, Teams Talk, classes, teachers, excuse me. Emo admin lady. Honestly, yes. See, they gotta be a villain in the end. I think they're ecstatic. But in the British version of this game, do you think her name is Quid? Quid is a term that the Brits use for a small value of money. I think it's actually $1. I just don't know what's below that. Well, pound, right. Oh, wait, no. It could be pence. Okay. Time for what I remember to be 2 straight minutes of just mashing the A button and where I gave up reading the dialogue. You did where? Yuva. Hell, probably purple. Wait. Oh my god, I've just come up with the worst Star Wars Pokemon pun I can think of. I did, because of you. You want to hear it? Jar Jar Clinks. It does. Well, you want to know part of what inspired it? My brain went to the version of that starts with CH that I think is a slur against Asians, or specifically Chinese, I think. Then Binks to that to Clink. There's also technically far-fetched Binks, but I think Jar Jar Clinks sounds better. That's a pun. I'm trying to think R2D2 now. Roto D2. I think we all said something at the same time except Neo. Med, what did you say? I went Roto D2. Glitcha? I will say the way for what? I also want to say, the way I said Roto D2 just reminds me of like the jokey way we mimic Endeavor to say Shoto. Shoto. I know. I know. I know. It 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 was also so in character and so out there that I think even the abridged kept it. It Anakin Skywalker. Fennekin's good. What was that, Glitcher? I do. But puns. Because my brain is going to go into decision paralysis if I try and jump to a different franchise. Med doing a Jar Jar Binks impression. You said Misa. I also will say, if you said Yusa, I technically am correct. It's Misa. Yusa gonna get a fist to the face up. One alternate version. No. One alternate version I want to give to that med. Yusa fucked around. Now Yusa find out. Stop. In another world with my Nintendo Switch. Let's also not forget the thing. Let's also not forget the thing that creates land and the thing that creates sea are like constantly fighting, causing disastrous weather effects, right? Oh, and let's not forget the hostile alien life forms that have regularly raided the planet in the anime. That was one of the ones I was thinking of, yes. That was another one. Oh god, if I had to actually hear a Guzzlord, it just rocks up and goes, ah! Oh god, I would hear it so much more in there. How? So, what about Pokemon puns from My Hero Academia? I was gonna say Izuku Midoriya. I think I picked. Oh. My brain went to Izuku Miraidon, Miraidoriya. Or Shoto. Was that You're Not Wrong to Glitcher or me? I think Deku would let her try. What season are you up to? I don't agree with every. I don't agree with every. He found at least the balls. He pulled a Don. Last time I watched it with you, he found one. Yes. And a crazy girl also treated it as a religious icon. And it almost got her bored. Oh yeah, she did! No, this is Don. No, we're on Don. So, a quick synopsis. A paranormal fan and a sci-fi fan get together, fuckery ensues, including it starting with the single sentence of "I'll let you suckle my teat if you let me gobble your dong." That is the opening line. Boner. The My name's Cassiopeia, but you can call me Petty. Wait, shit, I wasn't supposed to tell you that yet. Jaw clinks. I have a question, and I'm not. I have a question, and I'm not just trying to get off of whatever this conversation is. Why are the two Combi indoor? Like indoors. But the honey would not be on their bodies. No. Not without murder. I suddenly missed the Don conversation. No. Oh, and should we also tell you the really nutty sci-fi fan becomes totally emo thanks to Turbo Granny's powers? I will say, total hyperactive nerd just becomes like the most stereotypical like stoner emo kind of sounding dude. Is that a shiny Reuniclus, or am I just having bad lighting? Alright. Oh, that's a good point. It also is like the barest of like decent changes, where it's like, yeah, it changes enough where like, okay, I can tell what's going on there. Unlike fucking Garchomp. I saw a version that was like a black and white Garchomp that looked pretty sick. They've historically been good, though. To be fair, I still don't think I've seen a good green shiny. Or like neon. What? Volcanion? I'm not the biggest fan of that. I don't hate it, but you want to know my complaint? It kind of just looks like it's become a strawberry banana yogurt. What do I need to do in here still? There we go. How go the Terror Raids, Neo? Is there a way... Is the way I would... Both are valid. Is there... It's a name. Is there a way to increase the chances, Neo? Oh, yeah, you do it. Have you be in the game? Then skill issue. Would it be okay if I asked that we not debate which pronunciation is correct on my stream? I just don't want to cause these kinds of debates in my community if anybody watches this VOD. I have still asked. Freedom of speech protects you from the government, not other people. You're sure you've been all 8 gyms? I'm aware. I'm aware. Maybe try beating the DLC. Oh, no. You shouldn't need to. The only thing I can think to do... I can tell he has. Do you want to know how I know he has? he has access to the starter Pokemon from the terrarium. The starter Pokemon from the terrarium can only be accessed by buying Blue Bay Point upgrades in the terrarium in the academy. The academy can only let me. The academy can only be accessed after completing Kieran's storyline in the Indigo Disc, which can only be accessed after completing the main story and the Teal Mask. I mean, Neo could also Neo could also easily prove what I said by going to the academy, right? You make it so hard to tell. I thought I was done with the cutscenes. You know, that did unfortunately just confirm a lot of what we just said. And 80 pencils. I don't know how you're calculating that, but okay. I'm pressing X. How did you shop in them then? Okay. Oh, was it an electric one? Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Please, free me. The next Pokemon game, Pokemon Cut and Pokemon Scene. No, no, it's a Pokemon Dialogue. That's the DLC. You just get like a fucking Star Wars scroll text, but like it's a dialogue. I'm honestly just gonna try and get rid of a blackhead while this is going. I doubt that. Alright. Got it. Um, I think this is a situation where I want to know less at the moment, at least. Mostly because I don't know how to say. Is this where I just pull out Miraidon and be like, hey, fuck you, I got a better one? Can I make a controversial statement, probably? No. I think the amount of cutscenes has made, like, every character in this game, except for a couple of the gym leaders, like, hated. I'm not too surprised, but I'm also just actively not giving a shit, so I'm not looking. I will say my brain went to you know the meme of like the grandma saying something ridiculous and the kid going, "That's nice, grandma, let's get you to bed." That's where my brain went to. I don't really think I agree, but I also just don't know enough about Mario 64, right? God, shut up, Nimona. That sounds right. I'm mad. To be fair, you have also actively called him a fetus. Oh. I think that's a de-evolution in the... Is it embryo zygote fetus? God, it's more dialogue. It's more dialogue. Even when you... Yeah, I was gonna say, even when you think you're safe, they add a character who just calls you through the phone. I also like that they use the same green for the text as, like, Espeon Shiny. Take me with you. I'm tired of these people. No, I mean the in-game people. You're not in-game. No, you're Clavel. Oh, I also called Arven a long-haired himbo before. Man-child? I find himbos are usually good characters. Like, good aligned. Um, Bimbo. No, Bim. Bimbo. That was the one that existed first too, and then Himbo like spawned off of that one. I think that spawned off of the phrase frat bro, honestly. It depends on what you count as eat. There's definitely ingestion. See you new. There's definitely ingestion involved if I got my way, but and a shake. Am I the only one slightly disturbed that his chest just grows a wheel? The real motto is the wheels we fucking sped across Nemona's face. I didn't notice that, if I'm being honest. I did joke before. I did joke before that because his thighs are jet engines, does that mean he has thunder thighs? Man, that's the worst symptom to get. That's the worst symptom to get. I was just going for wheel ass, yeah, but. God damn it, I need to see a doctor. I have a bad case of wheel ass. Bad case of the dialogue blue. Oh. Both were valid answers. Yours was just memey and mine more venti. Am I free? So, I think cloth is just the worst Titan in my opinion, because I don't value just boosting, right? The others provide more benefit in my opinion. Because they're actually... What is it? Ew. I jumped into an Igglybuff. Oh, but because I forgot the game bugs out if you jump into a Pokemon. That doesn't count as a Pokemon. I heard the Gimme Ghoul sound. I don't know. What? Anyone willing to, anyone willing to try and help me find the Gimme Ghoul? Oh, no, I'm not ready to face the champion this. Alright. Oh, Pokemon, you've out-shittied yourself. Thank you very much for your time. I'm not immediately disqualified for having 0 badges. Uh-huh. What type was the very first Pokemon you chose? I take it you like the water type then. Next, please tell me why you want to become a champion. Yeah, let's do it. What's the treasure hunt? I see. This is the final question for me. Do you have any comments or questions about the Pokemon League or the... I haven't... If this... Let's see. Okay. The fact I was still able to take the interview, though, was kinda stupid. I thought I was gonna go through and just get wiped by the Elite Four. I was just exploring around Mesagosa trying to find an exit. I found one. Hell yeah. This is where I started playing the game on, what was it, Saturday with Neo and Weeping. God, that Conan's lobby. I saw Roach post one, and I'm hoping it works out, but also I just imagine all of us still brain dead from that. Saturday here, I think it was. Where's the gimme ghoul? Oh. I actually have a pretty solid eye. I can't wait for me to get pink and green Mareep. I chose to ignore it. And yes, you decide to be a grumpy old man. I think the strategy for me becomes I need Ditto, and then I'm gonna try for the version exclusives shiny. And once I get all those shiny, I would just move to the other game, right? I mean, I guess the world is randomized enough, is it not? Yeah. I will say one thing I was talking about with Neo. I do like what this does to like the diversity of the starting areas, where you're not stuck with like normal and bug types and like a flying type and maybe one other, right? Is this ability in pasta? Jelly? I don't know. I would like to just keep it if that's okay. Why is there bondage here? If I kidnapped and held you like Harley Quinn and the Joker do, like, would you do this thing? I don't think I very much have a chance. Troy, sorry. Probably, I don't know. Ooh, ooh. Robin Prime. Robin Prime. Oh! Shut up. Oh, hi, Fampy. So would a ton of guys. You know I'm less interested in that. Which I don't get when you consider for the longest time, her most revealing outfit was a black and white Harlequin suit with white makeup. Oh, yay, I picked up one of the most worthless TMs. Catwoman, Poison Ivy. Let me across! I'd try it. I've heard that before. Oh. Do I finally get across and I'm about to die because I ran into a tab bulb? I ran into it by accident because I don't see it because it's fucking tiny. I just try and run. They're not shiny. It's an option. No, the last baby Pokemon added was Toxel. And I still remember that because I got you. I will say, Neo still never redeemed his prize from that quiz. I don't want to say on stream. I still need to edit the video. Or realistically, try and pay somebody else to do that for me. God damn it, I ran into the same Nimble. It's not that I'm only trying to, it's that right now I'm just trying to get to new fly points, so the Poke Centers. So right now I'm trying to sneak into Cartondo, because I know a way thanks to John Stone. No. He released a video like 3 weeks ago. I mean, there's probably a dead guy named John Stone. I'd actually be surprised if there wasn't. No, that's John Fossil. God. I would not be surprised. I would not take that bet, however. Wait, is that a shine? No, it's just lighting. Maybe let's not do this on my stream, right? I don't want to accidentally, dox a dude, right? Well, then I don't want to risk drawing attention to a potentially problematic person. What's up, Med? I ran into a Toxel. What's up, Med? No, Doxa Boxer. This is giving the same energy as when I heard a story about a college professor who lived in Texas when they changed the law to say that marriage was between a man and a woman in a house of God with the intent to have children, to specifically exclude gay people. So he filed married filing single that not so he filed as single that year. And they're like, "What happened? You were married last year." And he's like, "Well, you changed the law." And they're like, "You know what that law, who that law was for." Oh wait, I fucked this up really badly. I know how. Oh, landed on Murkrow, but it didn't count. I want that item. Oh, a Pomegberry. What the fuck does that even do? I'm not paying attention that much. I'm trying to I'm trying to avoid the 50 fucking Pokemon in my way, right? I thought you said that was your baby. It was kick the baby. Don't kick the baby. Kick the baby. South Park. I've been thinking of restarting the entire series, actually. Like batshit? I will say, I can already hear this guy having a New Jersey accent. Hey, so what does the Pomegberry do? So it's a berry that increases happiness? I don't hate that as an idea. I question HP specifically, though. Oh, I see. Okay. So what are the other I need to look that up later, actually. That sounds interesting to look at. I know Yachi is one of those. That's ice, I think. Kelp Sea. Is that Lum? I think Lum is. There has to be an HP one. Oh, yeah. Alright. I'm getting to the point of how to get up to Cortando without the boosted jump. And now we fall. Meme. Yeah, another gimme gold coin. Only like 995 more to go. Or follow me. Yeah, that needs. Alright. I'm almost at the thing to get into Cortando for free. Wow, there's no real way forward. Oh, and that's Abel Izangi. Let me up. I want the items, but I need to just go. I am. Actually, one of the YouTubers I watch too. Oh, they seem to only really be worth it if you're speedrunning and you're kind of got a little underleveled. Oh, Umbreon Shaw. True. A Hyper Beam or a Rest. Oh! I cheese the game! I cheese the game! Look, I don't know what that means, okay? I'm just trying to get Poke Centers. Oh, you bitch. Alright. Med sex doesn't count. Alright. I have unlocked one of the most annoying spots now. You know what this calls for? I'm gonna jump off a mountain. That was still fun to me. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, Maridon falls tonight. Yeah, I think so. I'm honestly not 100% sure. What is that? Oh, that's a Sinistea. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. I ran away from one Sinistea to run into another Sinistea. Oh, you could just get Wild Altaria and Bronzong over here? Noted. Hello, creepiness. Oh, a Greppa Berry. Oh, that's the friendly special defense loss. Lycanroc Midnight, Espatha, Meditite, Flittle. I think there's a Go-Goat's Toxicity. Do you feel old yet? Oh, friendly but speed stat loss. I doubt that. I think it's just the internet wanting to start shit, if I'm being honest. Because while I haven't seen it yet, I've seen enough clips of it to feel pretty confident that's not the case. Okay. Was it night? I will say they were gonna. If they did, they were gonna click Wake first and then game. And when Wake was wrong, they weren't gonna click game. What? I don't want that just because it's EA. If I'm being honest. Like, they're gonna turn what was genuinely probably a cult classic, I would even say, into like a battle pass like mutation game. I don't know how they would do it, but they would try. Yeah. What level? Why? Still making money off of it. Granted, companies really aren't going to bet too much on that kind of long-termness, right? Oh, Craxy wants to learn Aquajet. 4100. Yeah, let's learn that over walk-up. Excuse me. Describe horrible. Okay. What's your opinion here? Double hit, pound, and water gun. I figured. But what's your opinion here? Alright. Aqua Cutter. 70, 100. Heightened chance of criticals. I think I get rid of pound here. Yeah. That seems logical to me, at least. I think it was really well done. I think it had the best plot, for sure. Yeah. Those were really good, too, in my opinion. But they started to try and make the plot just a little too confusing. I would say in both, yeah. What level am I recommended to? I would think I would agree, if nothing else. I like the aliens in that one a lot more. Okay. Wait, aren't you? I thought you were Titan locked. Is Bombardier not Titan locked? I thought it was Orthworm and one other. Fuck! No, Titan locked as in you need to beat the Titan for them to have the regular spawns. I need to look into that more. Because I've heard one source say they are, you're saying they're not. And I do trust both sources. But they are in conflict now, right? How about no? How about oh? I'm gonna regret trying to take on Bombardier, aren't I? I have water. Alright, they're all... I was trying to remember which one had the higher. I am also just doing this... Okay. Oh, yay, more cutscenes. I know, I'm just trying to have a little fun while waiting. Oh, I wish I was a little higher. Yeah, one more of this and then Aquajet, because doesn't Aquajet get priority? Oh, yeah, because it does, yeah, it does a... Ain't no problem there, in my opinion. I think this one gives you Surf, if I'm not mistaken. I thought that was Orthworm. To be fair, none of them really make sense to give you Surf, in my opinion. I think that's the one that gives you Glide, actually. Dundozo and Tatsugiri. I mean, you can look it up if you... Can you give an example? Oh, yeah, fair. Like, this is a cool idea, but you've also probably just activated somebody else's PTSD. What was that move? Oh, Torment? I think it's... Stop stat boosting. Oh. I don't know if it kills. Okay. Fair. I think that was what... How long does terrestrialization last? Oh, okay. Oh, I think I'm confusing it with Gigantamax. Like 3 or 5, yeah. What do you mean by analog whores? Gotcha. But but oh, it's like how FNAF started. Shut up, 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 shut up. Oh, what happens if I decline to give him the sandwich? Does he just like take it anyway? Alright, that'll be friendly. I have to say, your character's the like default outfit is kind of reminding me of the Seventh Prince a little bit. Like my character's outfit versus what's his name? Yes. Oh yeah, that was Surf. I got Surf from the bud. Kinda. I was gonna say I need to see if I how to take that off because I know you can. I just don't know how. You mean why? Oh, I thought you meant. Sorry, I thought you said top right on the left. My bad. No, it's the leftmost button aside from the plus. Yeah, X is the top button. Oh, I fell into a tab bulb. I will say it was in fact Surf, yes. I've tried some is the thing, you know. We've played things like Phasmo, Devour, and Silence before, but also like I've uh, but like as I was saying, I have started the FNAF series. There's been a couple games, Bendy and the Ink Machine, for example. Yeah, on stream. No, I never finished the first. I got stuck on an area and then I just forgot to come back, if I'm being honest. It was really well written. Just, yeah, just advice for game creators. Don't try and copy the success. Just let it flow naturally and take notes of what like to do and what not to do, right? Oh, This photo taking? Oh, so I found out one thing that I think was causing the issue for you, Glitcha, when we were playing this together, right? Um, the walking evolutions for what's it, Palmot, Bramblegast, and Relua Rapska, that line. They need to be 1,000 uninterrupted steps. Okay. It probably got interrupted somewhere along the line. Hello, Professor Clavel, but you go by Clive. Free me from this nightmare. I would assume. God. What? What? Alright. I still don't fully know if I grasp the concept of analog horror. You just mean something that looks kind of old-timey that could become a series of... Would Poppy's Playtime be one? Okay. So it's like found footage as a game type. Alright. So would an a half decent example of this be the episode of Adventure Time where we found out the Ice King's backstory? I know it's not a video game. I'm just trying to use it to something I can grasp better. Alright. How so? Episodic? It's pseudo episodic where the adventures between them are supposed to lead to more character stuff than anything. It takes a very character driven approach, which is part of what makes me really like it. Because I like a lot of world building, don't get me wrong, but the characters suck, the show sucks. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, but I don't want to like get my hopes up too high. Everything we're seeing has been very promising. I don't deny that. But I'm worried about getting my hopes up too high. I'm worried that the adventure style will get kind of stale at some point, you know? I feel that kind of violates one of the core rules they're setting up, though, where it's like their old lives are supposed to essentially be dead, right? Fair. I guess they have already been teasing that kind of stuff. I just don't. I'm not sure. I would kind of like it if, like, maybe Kinga said to somebody before he went crazy how he got there. You know? So, like, Ragatha or Kane or Zubul could, like, reveal for him. And he could be like, oh yeah, that did happen, didn't it? It's plausible. I just don't know how I really feel about it, if I'm being fair. Oh, a muscle band. Is that good? I don't know if that's good. I don't think I have actually used a muscle band in that. Uh, what is this? Is this like a bike shop? Oh, no, no. Get me out of here. I'm not sure. I want to. I'm just not sure. Yeah. How do I get out of the city? So I need to go around the other side of the map. I think that's the Great Tusk, but I wouldn't have the level for that. Although I do think I would have type advantage. Oh wait, yeah, it. No, I'm playing Violet, so it is steel fighting, I think. You see the Violet riding Pokemon, and you. Wait, I have one idea for how to cheese this. Oh, that was a Bronzor. No, no. I thought there was a Gimme Ghoul sound. It looked like it from there. Oh, spikes? Yeah. Oh, I didn't say it's bad. Sometimes, not often. I've dabbled, for sure. Alright, I've made it to where I need to be. Hi, Girafarig. I'm not sure, actually. That'd be an interesting thing to see either, frankly. See, I don't know if I would expect them to update the graphics just because I feel... it's a... I do, but part of me is getting tired, so I just want to get to the Slash Pokemon Center. But the other thing becomes that I need to trade for a foreign Ditto anyway, so I don't want to obsess over trying to get them. Right? What I would really like is if I could get traded a foreign shiny Ditto, but that's obviously asking for probably too much. Theoretically, I'm actually not sure. Masuda Ditto actually is a funny idea. If I can do that, I'll do it. If you can Masuda method a Ditto. Oh, soda pop. I like that it even looks like the Ramen soda from Japan. Alright. I want to thank everybody for joining me. If you're watching the VOD, much appreciate it. I hope you have a good one out there. Stay safe. I hope to see you next time when I should theoretically have the GameStop events for Shiny Koraidon and Miraidon. But for now, have a good one out there. Stay safe. Oh, I don't want to use that.